My name is Andrew Stapleton. I lead our customer success team here at SteelBrick Salesforce. A little about me. I've been with SteelBrick for almost 2 years now. Before this, I was at Big Machines. I was at another CPQ company, which was then bought by Oracle. But I was there for 5 years. I started as a sales engineer, but then quickly was able to run their customer success program. So I'm lucky to be able to jump over here and do it here. So I wanted to talk today about renewals. Specifically, I would say, software contract renewals. This is something that a lot of companies come to SteelBrick about. I know it very well, especially from another angle, because my team, our CSMs, we run our renewals. So we're a subscription software company. We've got hundreds of contracts that need to be renewed, whatever their term is, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, whatever. So it's a subject that I know a lot about, and I know a lot of what the problems are, so whether you are a prospect looking at Salesforce, a Salesforce customer looking at SteelBrick, or a SteelBrick customer who just happen to not be using this, I think it's something important to be aware of. So, yeah, there are a few main pain points that our renewals technology could solve. I'm thinking of a customer in New York. They deal with video feeds. So if you're using their services, that's subscription. Now what they do, when they close their sale, they have a contract established. So the contract object is a standard Salesforce object that SteelBrick basically adopted to use our technology to kind of build on top of that. So when you close a deal in SteelBrick, it generates this contract. It generates a contract object, which itself is an umbrella. It's a parent for subscriptions. So let's say you close a deal that has product A, product B, product C on them for a certain term. Then you're going to have subscriptions for product A, product B, product C. And then let's say that you also sell services with that. The services is a one-time fee, so that's not a part of the contract. So that's the first good thing that it does, is it kind of segregates everything that is renewable in the first place. But so back to this New York customer. So they were establishing the contract, but then when they wanted to do an add-on, they weren't using SteelBrick's renewals functionality. And so what that would do is it would create another contract using another opportunity. And they're a very large company. They have thousands, I think tens of thousands of customers. So when their CSMs were renewing, each time, manually by the way, luckily they have a big team, but they had to manually condense this whole set of contracts and subscriptions down to one new quote. So naturally they were pretty upset because they didn't realize that we had the functionality to handle this. So that's a little bit about the problem, but what is the solution? So the solution is, after you establish this contract with the subscriptions, when your reps then do an add-on, they can designate the opportunity as an add-on. And when you do that and you come into SteelBrick for your new quote, it presents you with a list of the contracts, the active contracts on that account, which normally there will be only one. But then you then select that contract and you say, I want this add-on to be just jacked into this contract. It will automatically co-term and appropriately price all of the products that are on that opportunity with the contract. So you close that, and let's say you do 3 of those over the course of the year. So now you have this one contract, you have this one central data source that is telling you everything that customer has currently subscribed to. Then what the contract also does, because of SteelBrick's functionality, is you can check a couple of boxes that will, first of all, automatically create the renewal opportunity, so you don't have to do that manually anymore. And then we'll automatically create the quote on that opportunity. So then your opportunity is valued, And at default, it would have the same term, the same pricing, but you can also automate, well, are you going to bump up the term? Are you going to add an increase? But so when that's done automatically for you, then all of your sales leadership has view into that pipeline, and it gives your CSM team time to actually find value for the customer as opposed to just being this manual team of people who do nothing but work renewals all day. So everything that I just described, that is kind of the base. If you're going to be a SteelBrick customer and you have subscription products, it'd be a crime not to use this. That's the basics. But then some of the really neat things that some of our customers get involved with that really automates the process is you can use contract pricing as well. So this is especially applicable, let's say, if you have government customers or customers in the nonprofit space and you want to cut them a special price, or you have to by law or something like that. You can actually tie a SKU to that account via this contracted price object. And so then whenever you quote them in the future, you don't have to worry about, is this price wrong? Do I have to manually set it? It's automatically done for you. And so if you're using that, your renewals also become very simple because you don't have to remember it yourself. You don't have to look all this up. It's automatically set. But let's say you don't have that scenario. You're not quoting to the government or a nonprofit. And as a growing company, you're offering them more year over year, so you want to kind of bump the value up, rather bump the price up. So when you're doing that, you can actually set that. You can set your renewal strategy, by account. So each renewal, I want to either bump this price up 5%, or if your list price has gone up quite a bit, then maybe you just want to set it at the new list price of that product. That's something else that you can do. So just as a summary, I wanted to tell people a little bit about a problem, especially in the software renewable space, subscription software space, and that's using SteelBrick for renewals. That's kind of the solution. It's going to cut out a ton of manual process that the people are going through today. And really, we want to make renewals just an afterthought. Like these are things that should be populating themselves, and then your CSMs, if there's ever one that's tricky or that you want to get a lot of extra value out of, you want them to be able to pick up the quote and do what they do best, talk to the customer and sell them on a new term. So, again, my name is Andrew Stapleton here at Salesforce SteelBrick. Thanks for taking the time to view this video. If you have any questions about this or any other topics, I'd recommend you ping Simplus on Twitter, and they're at Simplus now. So thanks again.